The political corruption is a big issue that needs to be resolved. We can start with the federal fraud. In my own experience, in Mexico, we can see many examples of vote buying. In the past elections, we saw people receiving school bags with pencil, notebooks, gift cards for supermarkets that they didn't even actually work, and many other things. There also was some falsification or destruction of ballots, but I didn't personally see it or experience it. But with the past elections, there was also a transparency agency that we have in Mexico called INE, Instituto Nacional Electoral, where we were able to demand a recount of the votes since it was really similar the percentages, and we didn't trust that the the now political party in government had actually won in the right way. It didn't help at all in the end, but it's good that people actually demand stuff like that. So it means that people are actually taking actions against things that they don't actually agree. But there's a key element for a country to fight against corruption and to be free in a way of corruption, because I think in some point there's gonna be always corruption, even if it's a minimal percentage. But the thing is, you need to have a good government. Taking again Mexico as an example, before Peña Nieto entered the government, there was a drug war. It was really big, you could hear it all over the press. Each day you saw pictures and about deaths, about tunnels, body hanging, places burning, shootings. But when Peña Nieto entered, the press shut up again. There was nothing about it. It was like, oh yeah, the drug war is finished. But in reality, many people believe that it was because of the government was dealing again, doing contracts with them, deals in order for like to stop affecting the drug cartels to Mexico, because the U.S. put an alarm against not going to Mexico, so it was affecting not only like the normal lives but tourism and many other things. But this proves the vicious circle shown in the videos about corruption, money laundering, and organized crimes to be linked. You have to with one of them, you leads to the other one. So there's always gonna be corruption if there's always money laundering and if there's always organized crime. The organized crimes have so much power because the government lets them. Sometimes it's because of fear. You're afraid that they're gonna go against your family, against your business, against your own country. But sometimes it's because the government is a weak institution. It can be just because after a conflict, like in South Italy with the mafia, or it can be because of lack of law enforcement or poor judiciary system. If we don't have a really like strong, independent government in a way like from organized crimes, we cannot fight against it. But even though organized crimes, people think they're good sometimes in a short term, but like looking it to the future in the long term, it's actually really bad. You give them too much power and nobody's there to control them and to stop it. For example, again, the drug cartels, they got so big over the years that when someone actually wanted to stop it, like Calderon, it went into a huge, massive war. And in the end, it was something really good because we were actually taking action against it. But they were so strong, it's really hard to eliminate it. Or even the mafia in Italy. It entered in the south of Italy when the government actually ignored that part of the country, and they start giving jobs, they start giving money, so people actually liked the mafia because it was helping them. But it gave them so much power that now people are afraid of them. They don't know who the big bosses are, so they cannot act against it. There's so many different types of mafia. It depends on each place. Of it can be Calabria, Sicily. It can be mafia of guns. It can be mafia of drugs, of people. So if we give them the power, if we give them the opportunity to go and establish an organized crime just because the government is not doing anything, is this is where they actually have the opportunity, and we need to stop these opportunities and take action against it, create a good government, stop the corruption in democracy, in the votes, in all the structure, during the lawmaking, in everything. We need to stop having problems with conflicts of interest. That's why I think late 3 out of 3 of the one in Mexico is really good and should be approved. And we need to stop giving the opportunities of giving briberies, all of these, so we can actually have a good government and we can actually stop corruption. Because it affects not only our daily lives, foreign direct investment, economic growth, tourism, everything. Even the budgets, every way for the country to grow up. It affects us. Thank you.